This conference will now be recorded.
And let me give one of the use case for the data operators. One of the use case for how to go and use the data operators. So let me go to this. Let me go and create a new flow. Go to the instant flows. Let me keep here data operators or data operations use case. Select the manual trigger flow, click on create. Now let me give one of the use case. So already we discussed about what are the different types of data operations are there. So let me give one of the use case how to go and use this data operations. Now let me go and connect to one of the SharePoint list. Click on add data. Let me go and click on what? Select the action as get items. Get items from the SharePoint. Select the site address. Let me enter the site address, Power Automate Flows. Let me select the list name as students, or let me select the list name as students. Next, let me show you what data is there in the SharePoint list, guys. Let me show you what is the data is there in the SharePoint list. Now see, this is the data I'm having the SharePoint list. Students is the list name. In this, I'm having the student number, name, student mobile, email, and course. These are the details I'm having in this. Now try to understand. I'm getting the items from the SharePoint list. Once after getting this, I'm going to, or I want to send an email to each and every student. Let's say once the student is inquired, these are the emails of the student. The student is inquired for the course. At the end of the day, I want to list out all the student details who are inquiring for the courses. Let's say he is inquired for Power Apps, students which are inquired for SQL, ADF, Power BI. So different courses is there. So I want to note down all the students inquiry details, and by the end of the day I want to send one email to the students. So what is that email means? Thanks for inquiring for the whatever the course is inquired, Power Apps course or Power Automate course. We'll update you when the new batch will start. So like this, I want to send one mail to the students. Along with that, I want to send one email to my organization levels. Let us say I want to send one email to my boss. So these are the total number of inquiries today inquired, and this is the student name, mobile number, and email ID, which for which course the student is inquired. I want to send two emails. One is for the student, second one is to my boss by the end of the day. So how to perform it? So first I'm getting the items from the SharePoint list. Next, I'm going to use the select data operation. Go to the data operations. Go and use the data operation called select. Now here, it is expecting us to pass the JSON format of an array. So let me go and select the values here, guys. From the get items, let me go and pass the values here. And then next here, switch to the text mode and then select the values as email. Select the student email here. Now see, when I go and run the flow for now, this email is in which format means it is an array. It's an array. So I want to send the email to all the students. I want to separate the emails in the email column with a delimiter called semicolon. Now how to separate it? In order to go and separate, delimit, if I want to delimit an array with a separator, go and use which type of join? Which type of operator, guys? Join operation. If you go and select the join operation, it is expecting us to pass the array. Now what is the array I'm passing here is output of the select operation. This is the select operation. The output of the select operation, I want to pass it here. So let me pass here the output. Just 1 second. Let me go and pass here email. Let me pass here the output. And here I want to join with what? Semicolon. Now see, when I go and save the flow up to here, let me check what it is showing. Save the flow. Now test it. Click on continue. Click on run flow. Click on done. Let me show you guys what the select operation is doing. Now see, for this select, I am passing the values. Now it is selecting a array, JSON array. Now everything is in the form of an array. So select operation, as we know that it will expect an array. Now see in the output, what I'm having, all the email IDs, student email IDs. Now when I go to the join operation, this is the select operation. When I go to the join operation, the input is what? Array of elements. And but the output I'm getting here is what? If you see, each and every email ID is separated with what? A semicolon. I think there is some other value here, .com/t. Let me go to this Power Automate. Okay, fine. Now see, now I'm having the value student email IDs, all the student email IDs I'm having here in the output. Now I need to go and send an email to the students. So just go and add an action, send an email to the students. Select the action as send an email. Now what is the to whom you want to send, guys? Join output. So in this join output, I'm going to have the all the student email ID separated by a semicolon. Now that value I need to go and pass it here. So select the output of join operation, and then subject. What is the subject? Let's say thanks for inquiring. Thanks for inquiring. Which course the student is inquired against. You can go and select the course name here. You can go and apply. You can select the course name. You can make it as dynamic. Whenever I select the course, it is applying one step here. Apply to each. Why? Because there are multiple students in that list. Next, I want to greet them hi with their name. Whatever the name of the student is. Hi, whatever the name it is. Keep it in the bold. Hi, whatever the student name it is. Hi, let us say Vinky. Hi, Vinky. We are from Analytics Benchmark. We are from Analytics Benchmark. Thanks for inquiring. Which course the student is inquired? Course name I want to mention. Thanks for inquiring. Which course the student is inquired? We will update you. We will update you when the new batch will start. We'll update you when the new batch will start. I'm keeping here thanks. AV trainings is the message I want to send to all the students. Now let me check whether it is sending the email to the students or not. Now see in this, I'm having one of the user. I think there is no user 36. Let me check. Let me go and test it. Test it. Whether it is sending the email to the users or not. Now click on continue. Click on run flow. Click on done. Now see, it is sending the emails to all the students, applied to each, one after another. Now if you go and check here, it is sending the emails to the student. If you want, you can go and log in with some other user guest. Let me go to the incognizance. Let me type here make.powerapps.com. Let me log in with details. Let me log in with some other user. Let me log in with user one. Let me select the password. Click on sign in. Let me check the student is received an email or not. If you see in this, there is one student with email ID user one. Let me check whether that student is received the email or not. Let me go and open the Outlook. Now see, it is received. Just at what time it is received? 10:32. Now what's the message? It is, hi Venki, we're from Analytics Benchmark. Thanks for inquiring. Power Apps course will update you when the new batch will start. Now if you see who is user one, if you go to the SharePoint, who is user one? Venki. What's the course he has inquired? Power Apps. So like this, what I'm doing here is just I'm sending them one email to the student at the end of the day. At the end of the day, I'm sending an email. And also, what is the another requirement here is I want to send an email to my boss. Total number of students are inquired, that student name, email ID, and also the mobile number of that student, in order to go and contact the students from there, from my boss side. So what I'm going to here is I'm going to use one more action, that is HTML action. Guys, create HTML data operation. Create HTML data operation. Now it is expecting to pass an array. So what is the array I'm going to pass here is I'm going to pass the get items values. Now from this, what I want to get here, guys, let me go and click on the advanced, go and click on the custom. Now just go and enter here course, and let me pass the value as a, for which course the student is inquired. Let me select the course, and next mobile number, or let me select the student name first. Name, what is the name of the student? Next course, for which course the student is inquired. And next here, let me go and enter the mobile number to contact the student. Let me enter the mobile number. Let me select this one. Now what it is going to do is going to create a HTML table with these three values, guys: name, course, and then mobile. And then next, I want to go and send an email. Let me add an action, send an email. Now to whom I want to send? I want to send to my boss. Let's say what is the user 36 is my boss. Let me select the user 36. What is the subject? Let me select the subject, keep the subject as today inquiries. So here I'm going to mention the create HTML table output. Now just save it. Click on test the flow, whether it is sending the email to my boss in one HTML table or format or not. First it will send the email to the students at the end of the day. At the same time, I want to send an email to my boss also. So the operation is completed. Currently I am logging with user 36. User 36 is the boss. Let me check, go to the Outlook. User 36 received an email with a tabular format or not. Now see, today's inquiry is the subject. Now see, it is listing one table, but is not in a one proper order, guys. If you want to keep one tabular structure here, yes, you can go and keep it. So for that, you need to go and use some styling. So for that styling, I'm having some ready-made template here. So I'm going to just copy it. This is just for styling, guys. If you want to style that table, if you want to keep some header, footer, header color, so for that you can just copy, go to the flow. Now before sending the email and before after the HTML, add an action, that is compose. Add an action, compose. So in this compose, just copy and paste that one, that code here. It is used to just the style the table. Next, go to this send email. Before that, just to pass the output of this compose, guys. Compose output, select this one. Fine. Now test it. Test the flow. Now user 36 is going to receive an email with complete all the student details in the tabular format. Let it complete your flow. It is telling that the flow is running. It is done. Now go to user 36. Just now I received another email. Now if I go to this, now see, it is getting in one tabular structure. If you want to design one table, you can go and design it. So I will mention that code also here. I will just copy and paste the code. If you want, you can go and use it. If you want to style, just for styling it, you can go and use. So this is one of the use case where we can go and use the data operators. Here I'm using how many data operators? Select I'm using, join operator I'm using, HTML I'm using, compose I'm using, guys. So these are the different, this is one of the use case where we can go and use this data operations. Fine, let me stop here.